In this video, we're going to graph an ellipse centered at the origin from an equation in standard form. It says graph the ellipse given below by dragging the vertices and co-vertices to the current locations. Now they already have this thing graphed correctly, but I want to talk about how they come up with this graph. So we need to look at our equation here and notice that 36 is greater than 16. So we always want to have a greater than b. So our equation that we end up with here is x squared over, this would be b squared, plus y squared over a squared is equal to 1. And that tells us that we have a vertical ellipse. And I say vertical ellipse meaning that's the orientation of it. So what that tells us is if we draw this ellipse, we know that from the center to the vertices, so the vertices are always on the major axes. So I'm going to say that these are the major axes. From the center to the vertex, or the vertices, so let's go ahead and mark these. This is vertice, and this is vertice. The distance that we call that is always A. Okay, A is always the distance from the center to the vertice. And then for our minor axis, okay, so we're going to say this is minor axis. We call these endpoints co-vertices. So this is co-vertice right here. And their distance from the origin is always b distance. So then from that we can figure out, okay, my coordinates for the vertices, so for the vertices, my coordinates are going to be 0, comma a, and 0, comma negative a. And for the co-vertices, I'm going to have b comma 0, which would be this farthest right piece, and then negative b comma 0. So how can I get a and b? Well, I know that this formula, right, 16 is b squared, so I can say 16, or b squared equals 16. I can also say that a squared is equal to 36. I take the square root of each side here, and I get b is equal to plus and minus 4, and a is equal to plus and minus 6. So it makes sense that my vertices then, if I write my vertices, I'm taking a here, I would have 0, 6, and 0, negative 6. And then for my co-vertices, so these are the vertices, and these are the co-vertices, I end up with 4, 0, and negative 4, 0. So then obviously if I drag these points to 0, 6 and to 4, 0, I would have an ellipse, which is a vertical ellipse. And this is how you come up with that.